What is up, guys? This is your boy Phil Shockling 96 Hedgehog with our TBC, the Battle Company Week 1 Team Builder going against Ice and his 3-form shaders, or threes form night shaders, or 3-form shaders, one of the two. But we're basically in a rematch against Ice from LDL. If you guys didn't check out the LDL matchup, definitely go check because that was a nail biter finish. If I had just put Quick Attack on my Diggersby, that would have been nice, and we would have been in a potential chance to make the playoffs. We're going to get some redemption versus Ice, but Ice has got a pretty good team. I've got a pretty good team. This matchup looks can kind of go either way, if I'm being honest. I like my matchup, though, but it's definitely a matchup that can go either way. But if you guys can, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Phil Shocker Crew today, because you be for a little bit the king of the crew. So let's go ahead and break down Ice's team. Ice's mega Pokemon that he has for this team is Mega Diancie, very, very threatening Pokemon. He's got Celesteela, and by the way, if I haven't said already, in the team builder, but this is where DLC moves are allowed. So that means Cosmic Power Celesteela is allowed. Now, do I expect Ice to potentially bring that? Yes. But I generally see him bringing something like a Celesteela. But let's go over the rest of his team, even though I kind of already spoiled one mon I already see him bringing. Haxorus, a very threatening Pokemon for some teams, especially if he gets a Dragon Dance up. Arachninid, very annoying, bulky Pokemon. Rillaboom, which is allowed Grassy Surge. Licky with its Cloud 9 ability. Hitmontop, an Intimidate user. Sandaconda, just kind of defensive Pokemon. Victini, very always offensive. Corsola, the thing that never dies. And then the best Pokemon in the world, my mascot, Jolteon. So looking at Ice's team, I don't think he brings Jolteon. If he just brings Jolteon, I honestly feel like he'll be wasting a slot on this team that he really needs. I feel like he'll just try to, if he does do it, he's going to do like, hey, Friller, you have to forfeit to me now. I have your mascot. You got to do it. You got to do it. But, nah. Corsola, I don't think really comes. I don't think it's got a really good matchup. Victini is something I can somewhat still see him bring, but I don't think it's really good this matchup. Sandaconda is something that we have to very much be on the aware of, because it could come as a really good physically defensive mon this week. And stuff like that. And Diancie is something I will 100% expect potentially to switch out for maybe one member of his team. But here's the reason why I have these 6. Celesteela just in general is a problem for some of my team to really break with things like Excadrill and Garchomp not be able to really hit it the best. Haxorus, since it sets up +1, it could be a very massive problem. Arachninid is probably going to be kind of really bulky in the way that it's going to be a good Dracovish counter. And it could possibly be Water Absorb to check a baited Dracovish. Rillaboom, I think, comes because of grassy terrain to stop and try to really cripple the moveset a little bit of my Excadrill a little bit, even though I can run Drill Run and High Horsepower, but they're not as strong as Earthquake. Licky, I think, specifically comes because of Cloud 9. It could be the one mon that does get switched out if he really is going to gamble with the weather. And then Hitmontop, I think, because if I'm being honest, this is his only way to remove hazards is with his Hitmontop. And if he doesn't bring Hitmontop, when I've got Toxic Spikes, Sticky Web, Stealth Rock, Spikes, I don't think he'll be crippling for his team. So I think he has to have it. So that's his team that we are fully predicting. Let's break down the team that I am bringing this week. We are going to start it off with a mon that pretty much just breaks his entire team, and that is my Zako. Our Infernape here with Expert Belt, Swords, Inspire Punch, Rock Slide, Close Combat, 88 in HP, Max Attack, enough speed to outspeed the Haxorus, because we do not outspeed Diancie whatsoever. But basically, we can just go ahead and just click a button versus him in the regards of that. But once I get Swords Ends up, there is nothing on his team and safe switches on this. Rock Slide, I believe it does guarantee knock out Arachninid if it's not really physically defensive. If not, it comes down really close to it. He's got no safe switches, Iron Fist, Fire Punch. Once I get a Swords Dance up, Celesteela, even if it's max HP and defense, it will drop to a Fire Punch with this set. So that's another reason why I went with this set too. It's a really good set. Infernape is looking to really put some damage in on this team, and I'm really hoping it really does well for us. We just gotta make sure we're careful with it, because it could be one of the late game win cons we need late game. Up next, we're in Wolf's Jigglypuff. I love the name he went with it, so I had to pay homage to Wolf. And plus, Wolf's a really good battler as well. But we're bringing Jigglypuff here, our Gigalith here, with the Smooth Rock Sandstream. Even though, yes, I know he's got a Licky, I have ways to counter Licky. We're bringing Rock Slide, Iron Defense, Body Press, Stealth Rock because again, if he doesn't bring his pep on top, rocks are really crippling versus T, and it would really force him to bring heavy duty boots on stuff like Araquanid and stuff like that, which is really, really good as well. But Body Press, he's got no real safe switch into a fighting type move on this team. He has no Ghost. He does have a Ghost type, but his Ghost type at the end, like I said, does not really come. And once I step in Iron Defense, there's nothing that's going to kill me. There's literally nothing that's going to kill me, and Body Press is just so free versus him. Rock Slide is really good for the fact that you can let me check the Araquanid now and switch in. And as you can see here with the ZV spread, let's go over here. We're running 112 HP for some bulk. Adamant nature with no attack investment, which is, those understand here, 40 defense, just a little defense. A lot of Spadef, even though I don't think we really need that much Spadef, so I might change that up. And we have 140 speed. Now you may be asking yourself, why in the world have I put so much speed into this Gigalith? Here's what I tell you, little Timmy. We have put this much speed in Gigalith to where we outspeed 0 speed invested Araquanid, and we guarantee 2-shot. There's where I'm going to probably pull back some of this Spadef, which I think we'll do right now because there's not a lot of his team that's really Spadef heavy. And I think we'll knock this down to about 230, and then we'll just give 80 attack just to get some extra damage output. But basically, we need to land 2 Rock Slides back to back, and if we can do that, we basically win this game. More times than not, I probably will click Stealth Rocks and or Iron Defense, potentially on what goes on. But with the Iron Defense, if he says go Celesteela, this checks Celesteela. If it wants a Cosmic Power up and Leech Seed, I'm up the game to click Iron Defense constantly and then hit it back with Body Press and knock it out. So there's something that's behind the tech right there. Of course, we need Sand. We need the Vish himself. We're bringing Dracovish this week with Sand Rush with basically enough speed to kind of outspeed some of his lower tier stuff. 12 in HP really isn't relevant. Max Attack Adamant, where we actually have enough speed, which we're in Sand. We actually are faster than Scarf Victini 100% of the time. And we're bringing Leech Life that just run Rock Slide. Facade Rock Slide is specifically there to two-shot the good old Araquanid. If it's max H, if it's like more really physically defensive, it still does 2-shot. We have Leech Life there for the Rillaboom switch in to where a Rillaboom switch in from Leech Life actually drops next turn to a Vicious Rent unless he is in the leftovers, which then becomes a bit of a damage roll then. But also, again, if he brings Rillaboom, it's actually a little more. It's worse for him based on the team I'm going to be bringing because I'm not bringing Excadrill. And I think he's going to be a little really surprised to see no Excadrill. So there's going to be that. Up next, we're bringing Luna this week. Luna brings Subcall Mine. Subcall Mine is so disgusting, but it's so good versus Ice's team. I've got a lot of stuff that I got my base speed that lets me on really outspeed some of his lower tier speed tier, so I didn't think about putting any speed. We're bringing somewhat of a physically defensive, somewhat mixed though. Max HP 152 in defense, 104 in Spadef with Subcall Mine, Ice Beam, Psychic. Psychic is so spammable versus his team because again, if you look at Ice's team, no Dark type. So Cresselia is so free versus him. But the main reason we have sub is so we can click Calm Mind and then just sub Calm Mind, sub Calm Mind, sub Calm Mind. Or not take too risky, but sub and try to get a Calm Mind up. And then just freely click House on his team. Psychic at +1, plus with Ice Beam. Ice Beam will be my best way to check the Celesteela. But basically, if Celesteela wants to set up and all everything like that, I beat that thing 1v1 because there's no way it breaks me with sub and everything like that. If it's Heavy Slam, it's not doing anything. If it's Special, it's not going to do anything. So basically, this thing is designed to beat Celesteela, even if Celesteela is Cosmic Power Leech Seed in that type of situation. Up next, we're bringing Soul Eater from our Garchomp here with Fire Blast, Earth Power, Dragon Pulse, Rock Slide, mixed offensive, mostly specially offensive for that Celesteela. That Celesteela is a major problem versus my entire team. Also with Earth Power, it ignores the effect of grassy terrain, but also a Rock Fire Blast also gives you another good switch in to hit the Rillaboom. That is another thing we have to very much keep in mind. 112 HP, 96 attack, max special attack, 40 in Spadef. Basically, with a Fire Blast into a Rock Slide, has a chance to actually knock it out. If he's running a lot of HP, then it is a chance. But if it's not running a lot of HP, then Rock Slide can kill it on the following turn. But this Pokemon really does well against his entire team. And then we're bringing Pebbles with Foul Play, Knockoff, Brave Bird, Roost. Physically defensive with Mix and 112 in each Spadef. 144 defense with Impish Nature, max HP. This thing is designed to just wall his team, knock off the items, and just try to cripple this team down as building physical threats. But that's going to be the team, guys. Looking forward to this battle versus Ice. Really going to have some fun. But until next time, I'm Phil Shuck in the Nice Hedgehog. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, guys, peace.